Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bahrain, and this is our full visit here tonight, isn't it? Then, but of course, this is time for a completely different category. It is Formula Two with the I think they're still Mechachrome engines, aren't they? I believe they are, aren't they? Of course. So this is going to get very tasty indeed. Is it? Looking forward to this one. Absolutely fantastic. The first time in ALR history that we are doing a Formula 2 championship then. I gotta say that I did a Formula 2, we did a bit of Formula 2 way back when we was HDE, didn't we? But so there is a bit of form that we could probably take into account this season. Of course, there are the drivers. We got 20 drivers though, not 22 in Formula 2. The Van Arm Sports. I think that's it, isn't it? Gosh, this blooming headset keeps falling off my head. I need to get a bigger head, I think. But we've only got 20 Formula 2 teams rather than the 420 rather than the 422 cars, because of course I think it will upset the lobby if we have a full lobby and all that kind of jazz then. So yes, we haven't got the VAR team then. I think they're were they Van Arm Sports or stuff like that? I think so. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They are not in it the Formula 2 for the season 1. Hopefully they'll be in it for season 2 then. And I presume that the only way you'll probably be able to do that is probably kick out the team that finishes last in the team's championship then, I suppose. Yeah then, so what have we got here tonight then, I hear you ask then. So the events for tonight as follows. Then we're going to have a single shot qualifying. Unfortunately, Formula Two only has like full quality or single shot. It's a shame really, because it'd be perfect if we could just amend it to 10 minutes for qualifying. Because you only get one set of tires, which is a bit rubbish, really, isn't it? But there you go. So yeah, just one shot qualifying for these drivers, and that is the grid for the feature race. And the feature race is 16 laps long, but that is the main event for tonight. Then, so the sprint race is the first race straight after qualifying. That is 12 laps long around here, and that will be the reverse grid order from first to eighth, I believe. Or was it first to 10th? I think it's first to eighth. First to eighth, then it's the reverse grid order then from qualifying. You get 2 points for pole position in Formula 2, and I'm sure you get 2 points for, or no, is it just? I think it's 1 point for the fastest lap, don't you, for in Formula 2? And I'm sure you also get a fastest lap point in the sprint, but I'm not very much mistaken. I'll have to look up the Yoda points scoring malarkey later on then. Also, I think the sprint's only the top eight score, so I think it's the old school Formula One point scoring template. 10 points for first, 8 for second, third 6 points, fourth 5 points, fifth 4 points, sixth 3 points, seventh 2 points, and eighth is 1 point. And then in the feature race, then it's the standard 25 down, 25 for first, 1 point for 10th, and all that kind of good stuff. Full wet tyres are available, no intermediate tyres, of course, in a Formula 2. So that is literally straight from slicks to full wets, and so it very much makes a very interesting dynamic. And we have the soft and the hard tyre, and only two compounded tyres here tonight in Bahrain. It is quite an abrasive surface, so I'm not expecting the soft tyres to last too long around here. I think the asphalt was imported from somewhere in the UK. I have no idea where though, because unfortunately I didn't register that then. So we got our 20 heroes then, and in the teams this season then. So the teams that are going to be racing Formula 2 this season is the Prima team. The Prima team are very impressive, to say the least, aren't they, over the years of Formula 2 then. And in the Prima team we'll have Kaida and Bannister, two drivers who have two drivers who did really well, I think, in the 100% league last year. So it's slightly different craftsmanship then for these some of these drivers tonight, then, which is going to get in. It's going to be very interesting indeed. We have got Virtuosi, who's next along the grid. Then that is Jinner and KD. I don't think KD's racing tonight. Maybe I'm wrong on that one, but I'll eat my words. We got Carling next, which is of course the world champion of ALR Troye. now applying his trade in Formula 2. Let's see how well he goes, along with Flynn in the second car then. Next then is the high-tech Grand Prix, potentially a Formula 1 team in 2026 and beyond then, if their bid is ever successful, which I've got everything crossed for that, because we do need 24 cars in Formula 1, because 20 is not enough in my humble opinion. In the high-tech though, it is two drivers who have been very successful here over the past couple of days then. Vessier, who came second last night, and Gamer, who came third in gold. They're driving in the high-tech, so looking forward to seeing what they can do. Luke's had issues with his game, but hopefully he's raring to go now. He'll be driving for ART Grand Prix. Alongside Luke is Tech Racing. Never seen Tech Racing or Flynn be raced before, so I'm very excited to see how those two drivers do. In the MP Motorsport team, we've got Reflections and Siege. Of course, MP Motorsport, I'm sure, carried Felipe Drugovich to his Formula 2 title last season. So that is a very good team to be in. We got Campos Racing. In the Campos Racing, we have Cirrus Mushroom from Bronze and Kiki also from Bronze as well. It's an all Bronze lineup there. Fantastic. Dams is next then. R2B, who finished just outside the top three in the 100% last season. And Martin, also part of the 100% championship last season, also in the Dams as well. Next is the Trident. In the Trident is Vintage alongside Lucifer as well in the Trident, and then last but not least is Hassao and Chewy driving for the Charus Racing System. Hello everyone, hope you're enjoying the stream then, albeit we haven't got going yet, have we? We're 6 minutes late then, and I've been bitten by something, and that is going to really annoy me now. Hello Lights, good evening to you. German, gracias senor, good evening to you German. Serious Russian, evening. Hello. Percy, German, I will not touch your booty today. Good gracious me. We've got, hang on, German there. Hopefully not then. Oh, goodness gracious me. A lot of teasing going on in the comments. I love it. Luke, use the force to turn off your mic then, as I think I just see Luke's mic flick on and off a few times then, as we're now rare to get going then. So, this first one then is just the qualifying. Then you get 2 points if you get on pole position then for the for Formula 2, of course then. So yes, there are points on offer then as the drivers get themselves round to go. There is no setups either. This is a preset setup then. It is as pure racing as you can get then. The teams are basically, it's a spec series. F2 is not really a constructor series as such then. That's why they're called teams rather than constructors. And I don't know what Prima are doing then, but they have got no cars in the garage, so I'm not sure what they're raring to go to do there. There we go then. Of course, it's going to be unusual as well. There's no red Prima in this field either, because both drivers was a part of the Red Bull lineup, weren't they, with Druvilla and, oh gosh, was it Liam Lawson? No, it wasn't. I can't remember who the other F2 for Prima was last season. Goodness gracious me. I do watch it, but I'm not, let's just say, it's usually in the background whilst I'm usually stuffing my face full of something. And now we've got 20 drivers then on the grid there as we go down the start-finish straight down, and it is going to be Brabbit who's going to take us around this beautiful circuit here in Formula 2 then, as we're on board now with Brabbit, who is in the Charus team. Brabbit is a super sub. Their Reflections are out of qualifying already, so is Cirrus Mushroom, and they're going to be on the back row of the grid then. Chewy currently is fast at the moment. Brabbit down in 14th position then, as we now go up into turn 4 then. Look at how much curb he takes on the outside. Brabbit does that before he swoops it back in, then. Of course, we had a couple of incidents there, didn't we, in gold, which was very interesting. Look at the understeer on Brabbit's car here. Brabbit, of course, finished 4th in the silver race on Monday night as he comes into turn 8 now, tickling 40 miles an hour then before he gets back on the power. These cars are very difficult to very much nail then. Percy also, I think that is the Damned car he's in, isn't it? So Percy, a super sub. We've got a lot of subs in Formula 2, which I'm very good to start off with, isn't it? On board now then with Brabbit. He's down in 16th at the moment there, but R2B2 is a full-time driver, currently fast at the moment in the dams. Good stuff indeed. Troy second, Siege down to third. Siege, I think, is an absolute special driver in the Formula 2 series. He is third at the moment. Vessier currently in fourth, but German and Vessier. German's had a mistake somewhere. Oh, is he? No, he's now back up in the fourth position here. Is this the two high-techs in fifth and sixth position there? R2 Beat has not got long to go. He's down into the final turn, and Brabant is at a bit of a so-so lavery here, hasn't he? German is now made it to him in the third position. German is having a great time out there in the Carling. I think he is. And Troy, I think, is pinched in the last corner. He has. Look at how close that was. It's Troy on pole position. And for the Formula 2 race there, my goodness me, everything that man touches when it comes to motorsport, he is an absolute gem. Really good stuff indeed then. And Troy is on pole position then by 28 hundredths of a second. R2 Beat did have the advantage right up until the final few meters, but Troy has got those 2 points as well in the bag. Good stuff indeed there for Troy. Then we got R2 Beat alongside him on row one. German, a super sub tonight, in third position in the second Carlin. Siege in the MP Motorsport is fourth, with Vessier in fifth and Gamer in sixth. Good stuff indeed for both the high-tech drivers. Jay Higgs, who's a super sub tonight for Kaidal. Eighth edition is Jinner in the Virtuosi team. Bannister in ninth. Good innings there for Bannister. And Luke in the AR team completes the top 10 then. Good stuff indeed then. Let's get on with the race, Harry. It's a sprint! I'm very concerned to see wet tyres outside the Prima garage. Goodness gracious me. Hopefully, hopefully that's hopefully that's nothing too concerning. That. Wait, why is it customer practice on standard? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's only meant to be preset on, but that's the last rule book I read. I might be wrong, to be fair, because reading is not my strong point. Then. It's his birthday today. You can touch it. Then, of course, talking of which, Troy, it's happy birthday, Troy. And of course, I'd say, so I hope he's having a lovely day. And he loves us so much. He's spending his birthday driving these F2 machines, and great stuff indeed. I don't actually know who Troy is, shamefully. Right, we got our sprint race first, and so it's a top 8 that is going to be scoring points in this, and it's hard tires everywhere, apart from Percy, who is on the soft tire. Of course, remember, as I got to take my plug out. Of course, remember, whoa, that's a Charus off in the background there. Goodness gracious me. And that's a very interesting start. Let's go for the grid, shall we? So remember, it's the top 10. It is the top 10. That has been swapped around then. Troy got pole position in the feature race. Will have to start 10th, and of course the man who qualified 10th, which was Luke, will be on pole position for the sprint. Then only the top 8 score though. So remember that it is first you get 10 points, then 8th you get 1 point, and then of course second you get 8 points, 7th you get 2 points, and all that kind of good jazz there. Right, then Luke is on pole position for the sprint race. Alongside him is Bannister in the Prima. I think that's the Dennis Hauger car, isn't it? I think it is, actually. Dennis Hauger, then. It is indeed then, of course, in that Red Bull Course Prima. No red cars on the grid at all, because you'll see the second Prima in a minute. Jenner in third position in the Virtuosi Racing. In third, then we got the Daruvula car of Jay Higgs, who's in the second Prima Racing. Then we got Gamer and Vessier, fifth and sixth for the high-tech team. Great stuff indeed there. Then we got Siege in seventh position. Siege was incredible in F2. Last time I commentated on F2, so hopefully he can carry on that momentum. Then German, a super sub tonight in eighth position. Oh, goodness gracious me. He's really having some fun there, isn't he, in the Logan Sargent car. Ninth position is the Dams of R2 Beat then. Of course, and 10th position is Troy, who's on pole position then for the feature race in the other Colin Carr. 11th position in the Charouz team is Chewy. 12th position is Lightson. Basically, it's how they qualified in the single shot just a minute ago. Lights in 12th position, and Kiki in the Campos in 13th position. 14th is Brabant, who took us very graciously took us around the circuit where he was doing the one shot. Then we got a substitute in the Trident. It is in the form of Mumford. Unfortunately, Vintage couldn't be here tonight. I think that's in the Dams, isn't it? It's in the Dams. We got Martin then. 17th position is Percy. I thought Martin was in. He is in the Dams. Percy, the only driver on soft tires in the Virtuosi team. Campos is Cirrus Motion and Reflections in the MP Motorsport, and Lucifer starts 20th and last on this sprint race. And there are our 20 gladiators for Formula 2. It's a complete new category for ALR. And here we go. 5 lights are on then, and let's get going for the sprint. It's fast, furious, it's action pace, and we are go! Now, Luke gets away decent, and what about Bannister going alongside him? I think Bannister might just be in front of him going into turn 1. He's got the inside line, and he has shot right on. Bannister has completely missed it, and Ginadad is going second, and we've got a bit of ricocheting going on. Bannister dropping down, he's dropping down all the time, then he gone completely, and the two high-techs have come together. Gamer off the circuit, and he's trying to come back on them, but goodness gracious me, there's an action pad, there's a problem in the background. R2 beat his face in the wrong way. Bannister down 17 positions after an appalling start. Vessier up into 6th position now, as we got some yellow flags out there as Vessier is trying to go up and under siege. He's spun it, and he's been hit off out. I think that's oh goodness, it's a terrible start here for High Tech. And both of them had a disappoint. Lucas Percy on those soft tires, and it's absolutely flown through the field. There's one problem though, those soft tires going to last 12 laps. I don't think they will. There's no mandatory pit stops in the sprint, so Lucas Percy's going to have to really get his toe down here. Luke leads Jay Higgs in 2nd position, German in 3rd with Troy in 4th position there, but they can see that Virtuosi team is on the inside, and Percy siving his way through, and is now up into 3rd position. Troy in the Red Bull liveried Carlin car in 4th position, and we got German in the 2nd Carlin car, which is the Logan Sargent car. Oh, as German's back end is trying to overtake his front. And what about CJ? CJ having a look there, but no Dice Simone. And Percy is now all over the back of. It's all over the back, I think, of. I think that timing beam's wrong, to be honest. And I'm sure that we're going to have a couple of drivers in the pits because it was a messy start. That one completed of the sprint race. Then Luke leads. Jay Higgs in 2nd position. Percy, incredible start from basically last on the grid up into 3rd in a matter of one lap here. Then as they break down into turn 1 once again, and this is the sprint, of course, and 12 laps. Said no mandatory pit stops, but of course, so everyone's going to be on the hard tires. And who's that? Gamers off the circuit, and oh, and who's that? Someone's had to take a face of action. A very messy start here in Formula 2 as Bannister and Sirius Mushroom, I think, has just got out of it ever so slightly. And look at what's going on here. The 2 Trident cars have got 2 number 20s there. Goodness me. I'm sure that's illegal. As Bannister on the outside into turn 4 in car number 1. And I think he's lost out to Reflections. What about Sirius Mushroom? Sirius Mushroom's actually behind Gamer now as well. As Higgs has dropped down the order as well. Goodness me, that's action galore in Formula 2. He is recovering now as no one pitted. I can't believe that. I thought there was debris all over. I thought that there would have been at least a couple of cars in. Higgs down the order. We've got a car off the circuit at Troy, as Troy, and goodness me, and there's another Carlin car having issues in the foreground as well, as Percy leads this way. And unbeknownst to me then, whilst I have been looking everywhere but the front of the field, my word then, action, drama, and wow, I don't even know what to say. Incredible start here in the sprint. Action galore. There's been some big movers like Percy from 17th on the grid to lead this race. Then we have Vestier and R2B have dropped down into 20th and 19th position respectively at the moment. Then Percy on those soft tires is absolutely flying away. I don't expect the soft tires to make it to the end now, unfortunately, from Percy's point of view, but let's see how this one plays out. Siege on board with Siege now, and the Delta will sort itself out at the end of this lap then, but the Virtuosi team have be loving life there. As you can see, German trying to not to produce a slipstream then, as we got Troy having a look at Luke then going into turn 1 then. Brabbit making his way up into 7th position, or he was then, as these guys are queuing up into turn 1. Who's out the inside? It is, I think it's Young Lights, is it? No, it's Brabbit, I should say. And my goodness me, there's a Trident car is now in front of Brabbit with Lights all over the back as well. Lights had an inspired race in silver on Monday night, and he's going to have another one here tonight. Let's hope so. He's in 9th position at the moment in the ART machine there. Equals, happy birthday, Troy. Well, he's certainly celebrating his birthday in fine style, isn't he? He's up into a third position now. Of course, Troy has already got 2 points tonight then with that pole position. And here is this. Brabbit is trying to defend him, but Light's going to go on the outside here. Brabbit's going to hold the inside then. His Light's got any momentum. He has, you know. And he's going to try and sneak through. Not quite then. It's very dangerous to go inside by side then. Luke is down into third position now with Troy. And who's off in front of us there? Oh, I think that is, that's Lucifer, who is misjudged his braking point here. Detroit is up into second position now. He's 3 seconds away from Percy. Look at that conga line though behind him. And there is Jay Higgs there, all on his lonesome at the moment now. Lucifer 7th, Brabbit 8th. Lights is defending now from Jinner, who is in 10th position now. Reflections on the outside of inside of Martin, with Martin dropping down 2 positions there. Up into 14th now goes Gamer, driving the high-tech car. Great stuff indeed then. Absolutely mega stuff. And Martin down into 15th position. Well, I don't know where to look. Fantastic. Down into the final turn, then Troy's going to have to start to defend then, isn't he? This is Carling Car's now going to be punching a hole in the air then, with the DRS now been enabled then. Jenner has got past Lights and made his way up into 9th position. Good stuff indeed. They're slipstreaming each other. Troy is going to have to get defensive. Here comes Gernman here in red 5, and he's having a look. He's up the inside then. Oh, contact there. Luke wanted to, Luke there almost spinning the car. These Formula 2 cars are very twitchy, aren't they? And Luke and I think that's very aggressive going into turn 1 there. But German's got the position, and he is now in third. Luke in 4th. Siege in 5th position at the moment now. Great stuff indeed. Shahid top 10 equals saying he's doing a great job. Shahid is there. Great stuff indeed. They did go wide in turn 10 last time out there, but he has still maintained his position. Serious Mushroom down in 17th position at this moment in time. Luke is defending, but unfortunately I think Siege was coming through from Luke's point of view. Whatever was going to happen there, then can he get the traction out of turn 8? No, he can't. And that position is now Siege's as we go into 9 and 10 here. Well, good stuff indeed there. One incredible start to this sprint race here. We got Shahid. Oh, goodness me. We was saying how well he was doing, Shahid, but unfortunately a 3-second penalty is going to knock him down no end then, isn't it? Unfortunately, that is a big blow indeed then. As Siege then would like to get away from Luke as quickly as possible, because he doesn't want to be giving him DRS, does he? Down the start-finish straight. Just in front of us there is German. Troy, 4.7 seconds back from Percy on the lap 4. When are those soft tires going to fall off then for Percy? Now, has he got another set of soft tires then for the feature race itself? And we're going to find out later on in this one. That's the beauty about motorsport. We do not know. Well, we should know, to be honest, but that is my lack of understanding in Formula 2. German's got a 3-second penalty as well. Goodness gracious me. That is going to be costly here for German, I think. And at the moment he'll be going to 6th position at this moment in time then. So that is disappointing indeed there for German. R2 Beat then has now got past Reflections, made his way up into 14th position now. Can Reflections come back at him then? He is coming back at him. There he is then. Reflections there up the inside, but breaking so much later as R2 Beat then. Maybe a bit too late there. Let's see how he can, if he can defend their Reflections and not really giving him a squeeze as much there, because Reflections is thinking about to run up into turn 4 potentially. He's having a look, but I think that is going to be an almighty lunge if he does that, but he thinks better over Reflections does, as Kiki and Young Lights there are also having a tango through turn 5, 6 and 7 here. Lights then in the top 10 at the moment. That is no points for Lights at the moment now. Of course, he has to get to 8th position there as Jenner is touched Brabbit, and 4 times in the end of that. that then. It might be the minutest of touches. Oh, and Jinner. I think Lights has gone to the back of Jinner there. I think the Jinner might have been slowing up slightly then just to maybe to let, oh goodness me, and there's all kinds of shenanigans going on here. And who's that? That's Mumford there, who is blasted on the outside here, but he does have a 3-second penalty, and they've come together. Oh my goodness me, on the straight, goodness gracious me. And, wow, goodness me, very action-packed to say the least, and I've lost my straw. Oh, and my goodness me, Mumford there, Bill of Formula Drift, incredible. He kept up that car very nice indeed. 3 penalties in this race so far. R2 beat that has got past Reflections again, but Reflections having none of it. I think that we've seen the end of it there where Jinner may have slightly touched the back end of Brabant then, which spun him around then, and then it was all anarchy behind him afterwards, wasn't it? R2B is now back past Reflections once again, and now unfortunately Lights is going to have a sinking feeling, because here's Jinner, here's Kiki, Gamer, Brabant, Mumford, all slipstreaming him now then, all got DRS set as they go into turn 1. There's the moment then, and who is that? I think that was Beats going past Reflections once again then. Kiki on the inside, oh goodness gracious me, and Gamer now back up into 10th position. Now Jinner has got past Lights and up into 8th position and into the points there. Oh goodness gracious me, oh contact there, and Gamer just about keeping it in the straight and narrow. Luke's got a penalty, Mumford on the inside here, but Brabant there is keeping position in 11th position. My goodness gracious me. And just watching here as Lights having an incredible battle here. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, the mid-pick. And Lights there has got, someone's gone very odd there with Lights, hasn't it there? I'm not sure if his wheel disconnected or what, but he just veered to the left there, didn't he? Or veered to the right, I should say, and goodness gracious me. Gap in the front is now up to 7 seconds almost. He got half race distance still to go though for Percy, so he's going to have to really start to look after those tyres if he wants to get him to the end there. I'm very impressed, and Higgs is now very close to the back there. As you can see, the Brabant's car is snapping. Oh my goodness gracious me, and Mumford has R2B on the outside. He is flying through and up into 12th position now. Can R2B there recover some of the ground he lost there at the opening stage of this Grand Prix? Sorry, this Formula 2 race. Brabant up the inside of Lights, and Lights has lost an almighty amount of time there because of the issues he had in the second sector. And now with Gamer, oops. And now with Gamer, Gamer who's in 9th position. Oh, here he comes, and the Brabant now onto 10th position. And we got who's that? R2 beat up the inside as well. Where is he? Oh no, and who's that? That's Brabant well off the circular. Beat is up into 10th position. Oh my goodness me! And the Lights out. I thought he was going for a spin in the Tayo Porcher car, but he just about kept that one going. And Mumford is going to lose out to... Brabant's going to lose out to Mumford here. Mumford, of course, this is his first race on 23, and my goodness me, he's lost none of his hunger, has he? In Formula 1, magnificent stuff indeed there, and enjoying himself, I think Mumford is, and a great scrap he's having here tonight. Vestier is also in the facility as well. Lights there is seeming very... Lights is seeming. Oh, we got Sparks as well down into turn 10 as they accelerate away. The Lights are struggling at the moment, isn't he? Down to at the moment there as he's going from side to side. Oh, goodness gracious me. Lap 7.6 seconds there from Troye, from German, and then we've got Siege in 4th position, and once again Mumford is not leaving Brabant's rear posterior alone here, is he? Oh my goodness me, and he's kept it going. 5-second penalty for Percy as he got the gap up to 7 seconds, but he's in the pits. You don't need to pit in a sprint race there, but the amount of time that he gained for going on those soft tyres is absolutely magnificent base. Now in the pits, Formula 2 pit stops are going to be a lot slower than Formula 1, of course, because you only get 1 mechanic per tyre rather than 3 mechanics per tyre. And as I thought someone else coming in the pits, so where is Percy going to come out then? Of course, he's going to be out in this thick of this battle, I think. Then there, he hasn't even come out of the pit. There he is. He comes out now. Percy all the way down in 16th position there. I'm sure he may have, but no, my goodness me! And that was a wayward Charust car there, and oh goodness me, and there's a flick in the bird there to Bannister, I think it was. Oh my goodness gracious me then, and I think that someone misjudged that. German's off the circuit. German's off the circuit. We're in the second half of this sprint race now, and Ginner's also lost out as well. Goodness gracious me, action galore in Formula 2. I love it. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. And oh my goodness me, who was that? That was serious mushroom, I think. My golly gosh. Wow. My word then, this is an incredible race here tonight. It's a fantastic. And who's that off the outside then? Serious motion there as, oh my goodness me. And we got the Prima car having a sniff up the inside there. Where is Percy, I hear you asking? Well, what tires is Percy on? We'll have a look in a minute, but he's just steamed past Reflection and back up into 11th position. Having a look is Bannister as well, where Percy back on soft tires, and so Percy is using two sets of his soft tires in this race, and so he's not going. Oh goodness me! So he's not going to have the new soft tires for the feature race, and so that it could be a problem later on then in this one. Then, but of course, oh goodness me! But he will have fresh hard tires. He's up the inside. Vessi, you can see that's just how much more incredible grip Percy has got there. I wonder if he was also behind in the DRS. Let's take a look. He was. So Vessi will not have DRS then, but he will have a slipstream. He is quite close to the back of Percy here. Lap 9 out of 12 in this one there. He's having a look there. Mumford's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, as Percy has now made it through. Well, he made it through anyway. Oh, that's going to be contact there. Reflections for petrol. These two men, one got both got gift vouchers last season. Kiki's out of the race then. Both got gift vouchers last season for basically taking part in every single race that they participated in magnificently. But they almost ended each other's races there, didn't they? Very close stuff indeed. Troy leads by 4.5 seconds from Siege in second. Luke in third position, but it's a 3-second penalty with Higgs in fourth. Lucifer in his fantastic fifth, with German down into sixth, and Sirius Mush has missed his breaking point now. Seventh is Gamer making his way back up through the field, with Jinner in eighth position. Those are the point scoring drivers at the moment. Beats an incredible recovery up into ninth then. Percy is very close to the back of him now in 10th position. 11th at the moment is Vessier, with Sirius Mush and Reflections 12th and 13th position. Here is Pete on the inside, and he's going through. He passes, and Percy's at the inside. Oh my goodness, that's contact there. And somehow they've kept it on the straight and narrow. And Percy, who has to stop the fresher tyre now, is trying to take advantage there, and very good driving from Beat there, not to go off in a heap there. But Percy, ever opportunistic there on those fresh soft tyres, that he has got to just 2 more laps. Saying, can he get to Gamer? I don't think he's going to get any harder than Gamer, unfortunately, from his point of view. As back at this battle here, Luke has been dropping time here, and now he's got Higgs. Lucifer in a fantastic 5th position. What a drive here in the Trident. He has been my driver of the day so far. He does have a penalty that may cost him, but he's only going to drop down to 6th. Lucifer driving a superb race in that Trident car. Wow, what an incredible performance there for Lucifer. Yes, so magnificent. He does have 3 laps to go, though, doesn't he? Actually, we've got 3 laps, and I thought we only had 2 to go. So can Percy actually get past Gamer, and maybe even hunt down these battling quads, or some here then? And look at that. Then his Higgs has got so much more performance out of the corners here, out of the traction zones. I think that Luke, who's already got a penalty anyway, is going to very much be a bit concerned there. Coming out to turn 10, then lovely helicam shot here. They're in front of us, and I think that's Siege. That is Siege in the MP Motorsport car, as he has just gone underneath us now. Luke, who's currently leading this incredible battle. There's Percy in 7th position, be steaming up to the back of these drivers now on those soft tyres. Watching German, he's off, and he's in the wall. German is there, and he is damaged. That's a lot of damage there for the Carling, and I think that's his day done and dusted there for German. What a shame. And he did have a penalty as well, but that is going to just make things a lot easier now, unfortunately, for Percy. Here comes Percy now then. A very unique strategy in sprint race, isn't it? Goodness me, Lucas Percy rolling the dice, and that's exactly what we like to see here, isn't it? It'd be a bit boring if everyone's on the same strategy, but Percy done a great job. As German there comes to the pit, so I think that's all blended his race. What a shame there for German there. Percy set no fast out the race, and he is now hunting down Lucifer. And we'll take a look at the penalty situation now, because that is going to be a crucial part in this race. And there it is, and on screen there is R2 Beat and Jinner once again fighting. And where is Jinner? Still on the inside. R2 Beat has got the outside in the Dam's car. He is through and up into 8th position. Now this is for the points, of course. As Lucifer all over the back of Higgs, who's now all over the back of Luke as well, as we go up into turn number 4 here. Can Jinner go on the outside there? No, because R2 Beat there, giving him a strong arm there and keeping him on the outside where R2 Beat wants it. And then Jinner now into down to 9th there. Back at this battle here then. Luke doing a good job, but at the moment Jay Higgs doesn't even need to overtake, does he? He's going to be very happy with how it's going then. So Lucifer does have a 3-second penalty, but he is not losing any position at the moment there, because Percy's also got 5 seconds behind him now. And look at how much Percy's getting then. Percy might even snatch a podium here. He does have a penalty with 5 seconds there. Let's see what he can do then. On board with Percy once again, and a very interesting strategy, a very unique strategy as well. Percy has had an incredible force on the outside, and a great maneuver there, albeit he is on fresher tyres there. But Lucifer, he is my driver today so far. Brilliant performance here from the Trident car. We're on the final lap then of this sprint race, and goodness me, I've got another 16 laps to go after this, and I need to lie down, ladies and gentlemen. And goodness me, and Higgs there has had a great run off the final turn at all, and I almost caught Percy on the way then. Now then, there's going to be a bit of a dead heat then, because they've both got the rear wings open then of the drag reduction system. However, Percy hasn't got fitness. I wonder if Higgs there thought better of it, and is probably eyeing up that is probably still eyeing up, and oh goodness me, and Luke there just cutting across Percy. I'm not sure if he's seen him or if that was a bit opportunistic there for Percy potentially, but either way that is not what Percy wants. He's on the outside here, and he's pushed there. He's going to go up and under. Luke, of course, does have 3-second penalties, doesn't he? And Percy is through. Is Percy through? He is through. Then he's got so much more braking distance, has he now, and he's through and up into 3rd position now. He's got a gain of 5 seconds over the cars behind him of Higgs, who's got no penalties at all. There he is, and look at this. Lucifer is driving absolutely incredible in this sprint race. What a performance here from Lucifer. Magnificent stuff indeed. Absolutely mega job then from Lucifer. I can't say. I think when we was doing the driver draw, the last the memory I had for Lucifer was of that issue he had in Portugal, but now that memory has been replaced by this incredible drive. However, Gamer is coming at these drivers at quite a quick rate of knots. So the question would be then, can Lucifer keep that 3-second gap at bay then? Here's Troy from 10th to 1st, and he's got pole position as well for the feature race. He comes out of the final turn, and this is first race win of the Formula 2 campaign. He wins the sprint race here in Bahrain. One incredible performance indeed, with Siege coming in with 2nd position there. What about Percy then? I don't think he's got a big enough gap then, has he? So he may drop to 4th then. Here comes Jay Higgs. Jay Higgs 3rd. Percy in 4th position. Kiki's left the session. I think he's forgotten that it's a sprint race. But Lucifer has been brilliant, hasn't he? A great strategy there from Percy as well, and came from the back of the field to finish 4th on 2 sets of soft tyres there, which is a very unique feature you don't see in the sprint race of Formula 2 often. Great bit of that was a great bit of strategical racing there from Percy to finish 4th in the end. And if he didn't get that 5-second penalty, he would have finished 3rd then. So disappointment there from Percy, but a great drive to 4th there. Lucifer, who finished sixth today. What an incredible drive from Lucifer. Yes, he is my personal driver of the day for the sprint so far. Really well done indeed there for Lucifer. Yeah, I know we got another race to go then, but that was absolutely fabulous. You did a great job today. Personally got driver of the day, and he was very spectacular. But Lucifer for me does it. Goodness gracious me. Oh, we got a couple of drivers that are saying that there's some custom setups out there. So that'll be investigated after the race. So do not worry about that, folks. And I'm sure that the book will be thrown at them if that is the case. And of course, rules are rules and all that kind of good stuff. Of course, even the great Benetton team couldn't get away from those rules back in the 1994 season, if anyone remembers that. There's still very much a lot of contention about that Benetton in '94, but I think the '94 will it's a horrible year for Formula One, isn't it? It's absolutely horrific to even just save the '94 season, let alone go back and watch it. Let's take a final look at the classification then from the sprint race, and there it is. Troy from 10th to 1st, and brilliant drive from Troy. And of course, he's already got 2 points as well for the pole position. And C jumping to second position there. Jay Higgs in third in the Prima, good stuff. Percy, what an incredible pit, what an incredible stride there. Fast lap as well, and I think you get a point for fast lap in a fourth position there. Luke in fifth with Lucifer in sixth position. Seventh is Gamer with R2B, so a great recovery drive in eighth position as well. Lucifer, R2B, Percy, and Troy are the two outstanding drivers for me today in that one. Fantastic. Vestier in ninth position with Jinner in 10th, Sirius Special 11th with Reflections 12, Bannister 13th, Bravick 14th, Martin 15th, Chewy 16th, German 17th, Lights 18th, Mumford 19th, and Kiki in 20th, and he has not taken part in the sprint by the sounds of it, unfortunately. Aha, we got a day race now, aren't we? Well, this is going to be unusual, isn't it? Of course, last time, I can't remember last time that I commentated on a day race in Bahrain, but my goodness me, this is going to be interesting to say the least. So let me get rid of all these let's get rid of all these all these notifications. Oh, Wimbledon. Right. Lights is also saying that the car feels horrible as well. Percy saying that was fun. Then it's supposed to be this isn't for this round. Then as we also got no wonder I was all over the place with people running custom setups. Then would have been the points if it wasn't for you pesky kids. And Sarah Sprusham was saying then. A quote from Scooby Doo. I don't think it's the Scooby Doo from Bronze. I think it's the dog Scooby Doo. As we now got, we've only got 19 runners and riders in this one then. So this is the race then. So now this is where you need a mandatory pit stop, and you can tell. Look at, oh my goodness me, we got half softs, half on half softs, half the grid on softs, half the grid on the hard tires. Person reported no soft tires. That means he's going to be disqualified, but I'm sure that he can, hopefully he can use his, have one of his new soft tires. You only get 2 sets of soft tires in Formula 2 then, which is a bit brutal to say the least, isn't it? But let's go for the grid shout then. So this is going to get very interesting indeed. Remember, it's a massive difference starting on the softs and the hard tires then. So the likes of Bannister, Chewy, Kiki's on the session, Mumford, Sirius Mushroom Reflections, and Lucifer are going to be quite quick then from the back of the field then. Troy on a pole position then for the feature race, and he just won the sprint. Can he get 2 for 2 here tonight? R2 beat a great recovery drive in the last race in the sprint, and he is second at the moment. German in third position. Then, of course, unfortunately, German had issues there towards the end. Siege is in fourth. And Siege, of course, is the top 4 on soft tyres. And Vestier is going for a long run in a fifth position with X-Gamer in sixth. Both the high-techs. I'm not sure if they came together in the opening of the sprint race, but hopefully they will like to have a clean pair of heels for this one. Seventh position is Jay Higgs. Had a great podium last just a couple of minutes ago. Jenner in eighth position, also on the hard tyres as well. Watch out for Bannister in the Prima in ninth position there. He is on soft tires, and Luke in 10th position then on the hard tires for the ART. And Chewy in 11th position with Young Lights in 12th. Kiki not in the race, and Brabbit in 13th position. Mumford in 14th. 15th is Martin with 16th Percy. 17th is Cirrus Mushroom. 18th is Reflections, and Lucifer in 19th position then. 19 cars in this race. Kiki out of the race already, unfortunately. And now we get on to the sprint itself. But as we get ready to start this one then. I really enjoyed that sprint race. That was cracking, wasn't it? I love it. Action-packed indeed. No VSCs or safety cars there. And look at this then. Very unusual to race in the day in Bahrain then. And I'm wondering how many drivers have actually raced in the day in Bahrain. Of course, a very unusual thing to do then. The track is going to be a lot hotter than it normally is out there. And the drivers may get caught out by strategical calls. And this is another unique part of Formula 2. You'll be racing at different times of the day, which will also be racing at different time of the day in Saudi Arabia as well, coming up in a week's time, of course, then, as the drivers are now getting ready to start the second race of today. Then this first feature race of the season. It's the 5 lights are on, and here we go again. Let's have a rewind. And it is lights out here, and away we go. And Troy gets a decent start. He gets a very good start, but Beat there is alongside as well. In the background, that's Kiki's car out of the race, and Beat's going up the inside, and he takes the lead. Gervin's having a look on the inside as well. So two Carlins have now come together, but I don't think there's any damage there, and they're all away just about cleanly. There is an ART car bouncing off the curbs there. There's a car well off in the background, and that's another ART, I believe. But Beat has had a beautiful start then, and he leads the way then. And goodness gracious me then, and what's going on here then? And that is Young Lights are down 7 positions, and Kiki out of the race, unfortunately. And we've got Jinner and Gamer going side by side, and the Valcherosi cars had to take a face of action there. And I don't know who that was then, and now I think it was Jinner. It was Jinner. Gamer who's struggling on these hard tires, and the soft runners and having a good fist of things, and they whilst the hard runners are going to be struggling at this stage. Vesher's done a good job. Oh, someone's been punted off. I think that was Gamer that just got nerfed off at turn 10, and he's gone well off the circuit here. And there's B2 who leads over Troy in second position there, but the two Carling cars, goodness gracious me, was very, very, I've got to say, was quite robust of each other, to say the least. Back on board with Gamer there once again, 2 races in a row then, where he's had a difficult start, hasn't he there? And unfortunately, he has been swamped then, but the hard tires will start to come into their own again in the few laps time. Remember that Percy's soft tires didn't last too long last time out then, 6 laps, wasn't it, or something like that? Maybe, give or take. We got Bannister and Vessier who are fighting for position, and Bannister on the soft tires, and lap 1 completed then. And here they come then, as they come towards me now, as Troy is having a look at Beat then. Where is Troy? There he is. As they go down into turn 1, there's Beat is being pursued by the 2 Carlings, and by MP Motorsport Siege as well. And we got Vessier, who's lost out to Bannister. Percy in 7th position with Higgs in 8th position. Mumford and Lucifer, both the Tridents, once again in the heart of the action. Magnificent to see there. Lucifer and Mumford have done a great job in F2 today so far. Magnificent. We have got Junior defending Fresher, I think it was then. So we got Chewy having a look there as well. As got Kiki at the back of the field. Here's the battle for the lead then, and now here's Beat and Troy then all over each other. And yellow flag in the background. Martin is off then, and that's in the Dams car, in the Red Bull Dams car then, unfortunately down to the back of the field. As we got Reflections also, I don't think Reflections just lost position there. Who is that got off? Gurman's well off the circuit there. What about Siege? Can he seize the opportunity? He can, because Gurman's got no purchase on the sand. And Siege up into 3rd position, and Gurman down into 4th now. Lucifer getting past his teammate here. Lucifer once again enjoying success in the Trident. I love that. That's great to see. Brilliant stuff indeed there. He's very much driving like Max Verstappen with the Verstappen helmet on tonight. Great stuff. Gap in the front, 4 tenths per second there. So just on board now with Gurman. He lost out. He's off the podium now. now, Gurman is in the carling. He's now got to find his way back into that podium then, if he can then. Siege is no slouch in these Formula 2 category machines, is he? Chewie's now got past Reflections up into 14th position there. These drivers would like to have been pressing on with the hard runners, but that's not the case at the moment here. Look at this. Cirrus Mushroom is sneaking up the inside. Then Reflections going wide. Then Mushroom and Reflection had a good scrap. Gurman's out of the race, I think, then. He's coming to the pits and called it a day after one lap, unfortunately. Gurman out of the race, and that is it then. So I think that that is really going to help Siege then. That's going to help Siege then. No end here. Vessier and yellow flag then. It's just the carling now of Gurman out of the race, unfortunately. That's our second retirement. Well, technically our first then is up the inside goes Percy. Has he done it? He has done it. He's given Vessier, squeezing Vessier here. And look at that then, up into 5th position. Percy up to 5th, and Vessier down into 6th position. And the high-tech of Vessier, who's done a very good job there to keep himself into the heart of the top 10 with all the soft runners that were starting around him. Great stuff indeed. Watching Lucifer, who is all over the back of Vessier. Now then, here is Lucifer going into turn 10, accelerating away. Look in the background there, that's Higgs there, who is trying to defend from Mumford. Mumford is great stuff indeed. That's an ART off the circuit. I think that's Luke then who's extended the track there. We don't rent that part of the circuit, my good sir. Wow, absolutely incredible stuff indeed. We're coming up to about 1/4 of the way through this feature race tonight. Magnificent stuff indeed. B2 leads the way there by half a second now from Troy and Siege in 3rd position. Starting to put the squeeze on the front too. Bannister, brilliant 4th position now. That's what I like about Formula 2. It does really mix up the regular running order in Formula 1, don't it? And really, we are showing some drivers are just born to drive a Formula 2 car. And talking of one driver, that is Siege there in a 3rd position, who set the fast off the race, but Troy takes the lead. And look at those brake discs glowing on that carling car. Wow, up into the lead now. Whilst I was watching anything but the lead for some reason, and Vessier is lost out to Lucifer, who's now up into 6th position as well. My goodness me. This man's got a starring role here tonight. Cirrus Mushroom under 13th position there. Passes Chewy as well. What about Higgs then? Having a look then on Mumford, but I think he's too far back at the moment there. When the soft tires and when the soft tires then going to start to fall off, and Gurman has just said he had to park the car because the car was there's a handling issue, so that's why he's out of the Grand Prix. Troy is now leading this one. Beats, what can he do then? What can Beat do then? Can he pressurize Troy into making a mistake? Then that's easier said than done, isn't it? For the goat at the moment. They're doing a great job indeed. The Bannister, great racing in 4th position there as they come down once again, and Siege made the fast lap the last time around then. We have got Chewy and Reflections there, who were very close to each other, and Percy has lost out, and look at that, then back up the inside, and Lucifer had that position momentarily before he's had to let that position go, and one incredible effort here from Lucifer. Absolutely love it. What about Luke? Luke all over the back of Higgs here, and he's having a sniff. No more though. No more, but he will have DRS down the back straight. Higgs struggling here, isn't that? Because he's not picking up any speed out of the traction zones here. Luke may not even need DRS, and he did not overtake there before the DRS detects down there. But Luke, I think that but now he's had an awful run, and here comes Jinner now. Remember the top 10 scores points said Lucifer is now back past Percy for 5th position. Oh my gosh, there's 3 abreast into turn 1 here. Give me a camera, Mr. Director. Oh, it's Jinner up the inside. Yes, he has done it, or has he? Because of the ART is back through. Jinner almost floating in air. And here comes Luke. Here comes Higgs. Here comes Gamer. I don't know who's who. And is that Gamer up the inside? It is incredible stuff indeed. But Jinner takes the 9th position there. Higgs in 10th position there. Nope, make that 11th now. But he's going to have a look. Oh, contact there. How has Higgs kept that car in a forward motion beyond me? As Does he? Oh, there's a bit of gravel there. And unfortunately, Higgs there lost an almighty amount of time there. But what an incredible dice that these guys are having. And I am dripping with from ear to ear. And we're going into turn two. No, contact again there. Reflections there into the back of Luke, I think it is. I couldn't see both the cars at the same from aerial shot there. Down into 11, and Luke is having a drag race then with Gamer. Gamer's no, he isn't, because it's actually Reflections having a drag race. Gamer on the hard tyres there. He cannot afford any damage at the moment, can he? Serious Mushrooms going to get in serious as well in 13th there. Magnificent stuff indeed there. Luke is struggling. Oh, Reflections almost into the back now. And he's had to lose out. He's had to take evasive action, which means that Serious Mushrooms now into 13th position. No, he's in 12th. Reflections down into 13th, but no, he's back up into 13th. I don't know where he is on track then. Serious Mushroom then going a bit deep into 14 then, but he looks all fine and dandy. Lucifer is trying to come back at Percy. Goodness me! He's weaving all over the circuit. But Lucifer up into 5th position there on the soft compound tyres. Oh my goodness gracious me, good grief, there's all kinds of anarchy here in Formula 2, but this is incredible. Expect this kind of action every Wednesday night, and happy hump day as well. Watching Gamer, who's got that 10th position, and that's a Trident in the background there, I think it is. Anyway, no it isn't, I think it's a Charu's car actually. I get those two cars mixed up. Chewy, who's now on the inside of Higgs. Higgs is struggling, but Higgs is on the soft tyres there, isn't he? Yeah, I think he needs to keep a calm head, Higgs does here. Higgs does. I can't even say his name, but he needs to keep a calm head in the Hauger car, because of course he is on the hard tyres. And who is that? Serious Mushroom going very deep there, but he's got the traction there. I think that Luke was wrestling an octopus there going out to turn 12. He is up to 11th position now. Serious Mushroom. He's looking to break this glowing, and Luke has lost a lot of momentum now. Reflections is going to be all over Luke like a bad suit here. Can he have a go into turn 11? He's no, he's too far back. He's too far back, unfortunately, for Reflections on this instance there in the MP machine. Troy leads by 0.4 of a second from Siege, from beating second. Siege in third position at this moment in time. And what was going on behind there? Not a lot, to be honest. Well, I say not a lot, but there's a lot going on here tonight. Lap 6 out of 16. The soft tyres are performing incredibly well, isn't they? Because I thought they would have fallen off the cliff by now. Absolutely no sign of it whatsoever as he down into turn 1 there. A beat there, just a bit too far back at this stage then. But it's not going to be too long, is it? Jinner, as into the pits comes at Mumford, and he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Reflections in the pits as well. He's going to be kicking himself with that one, because that 5-second penalty is going to be added on to the end of his race time. Then is beat that, getting very friendly with the back end of Troy. Incredible going into turn 4. This is the top three. Then look at these three drivers, absolutely manhandling these machines here in the Bahrainian desert. Magnificent stuff indeed. Really impressive stuff. It just shows that it just shows the talent that these drivers have, isn't it? RTB was at the sharp end at 100% now. Troy, the gold world champion. Siege, then of course a part of gold as well, and an expert driver in Formula 2. These drivers have got an absolutely incredible amount of talent. 7 seconds back is Bannister with Lucifer and Percy now starting to home in on Bannister, who's had a bit of a quiet race so far, but all of a sudden then it's going to get very juicy indeed. Then Brabbit, who's fighting his teammate Chewy here, both on separate strategies here. Chewy has had a bad run out of turn 10, and that means that Brabbit should be up into 13th position. He is up into 13th position there, albeit we can't really tell who's who, because both have got 22, and I'm sure that's illegal. Shocking behaviour indeed then. Oh no, I've just gone back off board of him. Chewy is back trying to go back through there, but Brabbit there knows that Brabbit doesn't want to be, does not want to. Troy's got a 5-second penalty. That is crucial in this race. Siege has taken the lead, but Troy's got a 5-second penalty. He comes into the pits now then in the karting machine, and they say go to work onto the hard tyres. Like in Formula 1, you have to use 2 types of compounded tyres in a dry race there. And Troy has done it, but unfortunately, a 5-second penalty is going to be costly. Beat out of the pits, and no 5-second penalty for Beat that. Look at this, and he is basically slipstreamed in the pit as well. Siege said he is staying out for a lap longer than Is he thinking that the hard tire is going to take a lap or two to fire up? Then he's going for the overcut here rather than the undercut, and this is crucial in this race as well. Well, no, listen, because Kiki's out of the race. It's just a ghost set, unfortunately for us. And choosing the pits now, also onto the hard tires as well then for the Charus team. And look at that, great stuff indeed then. Very impressive, the Formula 2 pit mechanics then. Of course, one mechanic per wheel, of course, so it's not as fast as Formula 2, but it's still pretty impressive indeed then. Lucifer has also stayed out as well in this flurry of pit stops, and only 4 drivers left on the soft compound tires now. That is Siege, Lucifer, Serious Mushroom, and just 3. Sorry, Kiki out of the race. We've lost 2 drivers in this one. We've got Percy, who is just trying to put pressure on Lucifer, who I must say is having an absolutely incredible debut in Formula 2. What a brilliant driver he's been today. What a brilliant driver he's been today. Magnificent stuff indeed. Serious Mushroom currently in 7th position, and the last driver on the soft compound tyres. I'm wondering then if he knows about the tyres and do take a while to warm up. Then we'll soon find out. Then is Serious Mushroom with the Max Verstappen inspired crash helmet there. Jinner in 6th position. Well, now we've got 5th position with Gamer in 6th. With a bit of Nosy as fast as that for both the sprint and feature. I reckon it is. I'm sure it is. Of course, into the pits comes Lucifer. Oh, I forgot to mute. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Blame Nosy. He got me. He put me off my game. I'm sure fast as that point is for the sprint and the feature. Tell me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm sure that's the case. If not, we'll have to Google it after the race. But I certainly said in the sprint race that it certainly was a point for fastest lap, so we'll go with that, I reckon. Beat then is still fighting with Troy, but he now has the advantage with Troy getting that 5-second penalty, and that would be added on to the end of his race time, which unless he pits again, of course. Siege did not come in the pits. Where's Lucifer? Lucifer has come out in front of his teammate there, but he is behind a banister, which is where he was before. So let's see how this one plays out then. Siege is staying out then, and he's done well over half distance now on these soft tires. Troy needs to pull a shift in, albeit he's been putting a shift in since the start of Grand Prix to get 5 seconds in front of Beat, but I don't think he's going to do it because Beat has been driving out of his skin in this race. All 3 of them have, haven't they? Siege, Beat, and Troy, they have been absolutely sensational, haven't they? Really good stuff indeed. Just looking down here, Bannister on new hard tyres. Now Bannister driving a superb race, just like Lucifer is, and shamefully from me, I'm not giving him any plaudits here, and I should be giving him plaudits. And who's that? That's Brabham off the circuit at turn. Oh, he's damaged the car, and that is a major. It was Brabham coming the pits. He hasn't come in the pits, but that is ended his chance for points today, unfortunately, in the Charus team. Siege is into the pit set, and here comes the MP Motorsport going to work now then, and say Scamper Investors got a 5-second penalty, as has Jinner as well. A lot of 5-second penalties here tonight. Goodness gracious me. Is for both, so 2 points are available for each race set. Nosy is saying then, so that is it then, so that is 2 points then for fastest lap. Then out of the pits now comes Siege then, and Troy has made his way past Young Lights here, and this is an important part of this race now, because if R2B can't get past Lights, goodness me, and I think the Beat is very well held there for Lights, and very good stuff from Beat as well to avoid that, but he's lost an almighty amount of time, and that is crucial because he's now at a DRS range of Troy. Siege has now done 2 laps less on those hard tires. That could be crucial. However, let's wait and see, shall we? Because I can be, and almost certainly I'm wrong on this occasion. Lucifer in 9th position there, of course, on new tyres. Vesher on soft tyres, Mumford on hard, Jinner on soft, and Luke also on soft as well. So it's a mixture of a mixture of strategies as Percy drifting it around the pesky turn 12 here. It hasn't been that pesky this year. I can't remember anyone who's crashed at turn 12 this season. I don't think they crashed at turn 12 last season even today. It's been turn 13 or turn 11 rather than turn 12 these days, isn't it? Here is Percy currently done on the not 10 laps on the hard tyres, but Percy does not have any new soft tyres. And so Percy is going to be between a rock and a hard place here, isn't he, so to speak, as Jenner has got past Mumford, because of course his tyres have done 6 laps already, and the soft tyres have done a decent amount of laps in this race, but he's not going to be as quick at the end then like the other soft runners then. 5 laps to go in this race then, and goodness me, first ever F2 sprint and feature race event, held by ALR, as Lights got a 5-second penalty. Now I must say this has been an absolute success, hasn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed. I've enjoyed this one from start to finish. Well, I've enjoyed it anyway, so I suppose. Yeah, I love F2 anyway. Lucifer in 7th position now. He is gaining on Bannister. In front of us, then we got 2 more drivers that have to pit, which is Brabbit and Purse as well. Then, so I think it's going to be tough to determine who driver of the day is, isn't it? Between Bannister, Lucifer. His Brabbit has gone he hasn't come to the pits, I don't think Brabbit has, after he damaged his wing then. Bannister, Lucifer will probably be 2 of my drivers of the day. I'm not really sure who else could be a driver of the day here. Let's bring up the board then. Well, Percy's coming up from 16th on the grid, didn't he? So he's also done a good job as well. Just watching Brabbit then, who's struggling at the moment, as get on the power, but that just shows what new tyres that can do to you. Can do for you, I should say. Can do for you then. Going into turn number... where are we? 10, that's where we are. Vesser is going to be quicker than a hiccup in this one, though. With 5 laps to go, he's going to be on the soft tyres, and he's going to be hunting down these drivers now. And there he is, and 2.5 seconds back. He also had penalties as well. Vesser and Jinner both have 5 seconds of penalties. Here comes Lucifer. Lucifer needs to get past quickly, and he does do that quite nice indeed. That was crucial, because Vestier is gaining on him hand over fist now on those soft tyres. He's taken about, oh goodness me, several tenths of a second out of Lucifer and Bannister in the last sector alone. Goodness gracious me. Percy still hasn't pitted yet. He's got a 15-second buffer over himself and Troy as Troy there, of course, who's pitted. So is Beat as well. Siege there, not pitting when Jinner and Vesser are flying. Because Siege did not pit on the same lap as Beat and Troy, he's lost about 6.5 seconds there. But Lucifer needs to get it done, and he has got it done. Contact between himself and Bannister, and oh goodness me, and Bannister just about kept it out of the wall there, but he's lost out to Brabbit, and oh goodness gracious me, and yes, that is getting very feisty, isn't it? And Bannister down into 8th position there, and unfortunately he's lost out, I think. Oh dear, that's a shame. Both drivers have been great tonight, haven't they? Don't want either of them to lose it at this stage of proceedings. What about Bannister? He's having a look up the inside then. Brabbit giving him a car's whip then. And is he going to be able to out drag Bannister then? There's Jinner in the background there. Bannister can see Jinner behind him very closely, and he's going up the inside then. Bannister is then passes Brabbit, and he is and look, but Jinner's through as well, and Jinner is going to he is through that, and up into 7th position now. Jinner is then. Vestier is out 5 tenths of a second away now from Lucifer in 5th position then. I know Bannister really fighting this car. And Luke, who's also now past Brabbit as well. Been a nightmare race for Brabbit, unfortunately. Now that 13 out of 16, and he's got 5 seconds now. Vestier has over Lucifer. Lucifer, though, is not having any of it, and he's coming back at him now, going into turn number 14. No dice at the moment. Percy hasn't come to the pitch yet, has he? Gamer came to the pitch a lap or 2 ago. Out of the final turn then for Lucifer. So 4 laps to go in this race, and so it's going to be tough, I think, for Lucifer to keep up. Then Luke has got past them. He's got past Bannister as well. Gamer set the fast up the race, and it's a soft run. It's starting to come through in this race there. Bannister still trying to keep on the outside there, and he broke on the curb. How did he keep that car slowed down? But it's beyond me for Bannister. Great driving, but unfortunately he's lost out to Luke then. Lucifer then has got a second buffer between himself and Jinner. Mumford has had issues then off the circuit. Higgs is now all over the back of Cirrus Mushroom. He's on the hard tyres as well, and coming up the hill. And here comes Higgs as well, but Cirrus Mushroom defending beautifully. Brabbit down into 11th position, and he's out of the points, and he hasn't pitted yet. And now Gamer up into 10th position in the high-tech car. Percy's down coming the pitch yet, and as he goodness me, he's lost another 3 seconds on that lap alone. Those hard tires are going to be quite cooked, to say the least. And Higgs up into 12th position now. Mushroom down into 13th. Gamer on the inside of Bannister, not quite then. Oh no! And Gamer has unfortunately misjudged that. Bannister's been thrown off the road and down into 11th position there. It's been a horrible second half of the race for Bannister when he was in full for majority of this race there, but unfortunately he has been entangled in some up in some incidents in this one. Now it's a shame for the car number 1 of Bannister, because he was one of my drivers of the day, to be fair, and potentially still is him and Lucifer certainly want to go to get my vote, but you can only get 1 vote, of course, then, as just coming down into the final turn then as well. Driver of the driver of the day voter is out now. Reflection's got a 3-second penalty. Just watching Lucifer. He's going to have to get defensive here then. He is going to try, but I think that Jinner on those fresh soft tires then is going to be able to get past him. Vestier's got the gap up to 2 seconds there. Lucifer up into down in 7th position there. Jinner's gone wide, but I think that he's got to now try and stay within 5 seconds of Vestier and Jinner to get that 5th position there. Reflections has got past Mumford, then Gamer's got a 3-second penalty. That is crucial in this final stage of this race and as we go up the hill once again. So yes, keep your get your votes coming in, ladies and gents. Beat Sir Lucifer and Bannister as in the votes for driver of the day. 3 have been absolutely fantastic, haven't they, here tonight then? But unfortunately, I only get 1 vote, because I probably would have voted for all 3. Into the pits now comes Mumford, and goodness me, I should have wet my whistle before the start of this run. I've got a massive headache now. It's because I've overindulged myself, I think, on this incredible race there. And there's Bannister dropping down to 12th position now. Unfortunately, there Bannister is dropping like a stone. Unfortunately, I think that last spin, I wonder if it's really upset the balance of these tyres that he's on then. Higgs is now trying to get past Brabbit. He is. Brabbit has not pitted yet, nor has Percy either. I think that they might have been holding out for some kind of safety car or something, but unfortunately that has not transpired, has it, for either driver. But I think that Percy's also going to be down the order as well. And who is that? That is Lucifer, who is getting a bit loosey by the looks of it as well. And he's got off the circuit there, has Luke then. And now here comes Gamer. And goodness me, the soft runners are now starting to really show their mettle in the final stage of this Grand Prix. Out of the final turn then, and now comes Gamer. Gamer does have penalties, of course, and we'll take a look at those penalties, I think then. Yes, there they are. Gamer's got 3-second penalty then, lap 15 out of 16, and this is going to be very much action to the end of this race. And now up into 9th position goes Gamer. Yeah, now he's up into 8th position goes Gamer. Serious Mushroom getting past Brabbit down the back straight. Brabbit, I think, is coming into the pits then, and really, I think that's Brabbit, isn't it? It's one of the cars that is crawling down the pit straight. We got Luke then. Can Gamer and Luke get past Lucifer then? Of course, Lucifer now dropping like a stone as well, but using those soft tires to great effect. And same with Bannister as well, to a certain degree. But unfortunately, I think the soft tires there they've just my goodness me, up the inside. Where is he? Yes, he has done it and passes Lucifer. Moves up into 7th position then, and now Luke is coming over the brow of the hill as well. Gap at the moment now. Lucifer just needs to stay within 5 seconds of Vestier, 5 seconds of Jinner, and 3 seconds of Gamer to get those positions back. Of course, Luke there is also trying to get past here. He's having a look then. Can he outbrake him into turn 11 here? Oh, goodness me. He was trying for it. I thought they was going to interlock wheels then. But at the moment, though, he's... Lucifer still has this position then. And now into the pits on the last lap comes Percy, who is very much trying to hold it out right to the very end then. But he is in the pits now, and Troy retakes the lead with Beat in 2nd position there. Remember, Troy has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which means currently Beat is leading this race at the moment as we're on the final lap then. So Percy will be dropping down a lot of positions now then. He will be on soft tires to the end of the race then. That soft Tarek Gamble worked beautifully in the sprint, but unfortunately the feature race has come back to bite him in the rear posterior. Here comes Luke again, then can he outbrake Lucifer into one? He can. There he goes. Lucifer, look at that now. Lucifer is at home in the Trident. Oh no! And there's contact, and Lucifer is in the wall. Oh my goodness me! And what a shame then. 16 hours for the feature and the sprint race. He's been almost perfect. Lucifer has damage to the end plate. Percy is going quick, very quick at this stage, but Higgs is getting past here. Oh gosh, and that is contact, more contact here, and Percy is through, and there's a spin there for Higgs. Oh my goodness me, it's getting a bit rough here, isn't it, in the end there? And now up into 10th position goes a Bannister. Oh my goodness gracious me! It's been getting very fruity in the final stage of this race. Here comes Troy, but Troy is winning the race on the road, but not in the as we got yellow flags there as Percy's off the circuit. Percy's off the circuit and potentially throwing away points there for the Virtuosi team. Unfortunately, Troy there is leading the race on circuit, but he has a 5-second penalty, and that has blown the double there for Troy, which means it is going to be R2 Beats winning the feature race here tonight. What a performance there with Troy finishing second and Siege in third position. And R2 Beat has won the feature race here in Bahrain. Magnificent stuff indeed then. Magnificent stuff indeed there. Vester, great recovery to fourth with Jenner in fifth as well. Great stuff. Luke in sixth position then. Lucifer, what could have been there for Lucifer? I think he'd be bitterly disappointed in eighth position there. Bannister in ninth position as well, and two drivers who've been brilliant in this race, eighth and ninth. Probably deserved a lot more than that, but at least they come away with points in this one. But it's R2 Beat then who's got the headlines in this one tonight there with a magnificent drive bed. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed then, and I need to change my shirt. Unfortunately, I've got a wet t-shirt. I've got a wet t-shirt as well. I've got a white t-shirt as well, which means it's a bit see-through then. As unfortunately, we've lost two drivers for some reason. Their reflections, and I'm not sure if they crash going into the pit lane or something. I don't know, but they're going to be not classified reflections in lights there because they've retired just before the start-finish straight. Sorry, just before the finish line there. But it's R2 Beat who has won the feature race there in magnificent style. And wow, incredible stuff indeed there. Troy was almost perfect there, but it was one mistake in coming into the pit lane that has cost him the double here tonight there. And R2 Beat there gets his first F2 race win of his career, and the first of many. I have no doubt about that. Percy said that was funny. His rear tires were 97 and 99 when he pitted there. So I got to say they might have been well past their best then. As he was spraying a bit of the bubbly. As the Dams has won the first feature race of the season. Then what has been a hotly contested first race as well. Siege Beat and Troy very quick in the Formula 2 machinery. Brilliant indeed. Those top three were magnificent in these races here tonight. Then let's take a final look at the classification then for the feature race here in Formula 2. R2 Beat there got the R2 Beat got his first race win of his career with Troy in second. Now Siege took third position in the end there. Fourth was Vester, great fourth in the end there. Jenner in fifth, Gamer in sixth position and fastest lap. Luke in seventh. Eighth position was Lucifer, who I think is winning driver of the day as well, isn't he? No, R2 Beat is there now. Ninth position is Bannister. 10th position is Serious Mushroom. Just outside the points and length is Jay Higgs. Percy in 12th. Chewy in 13th. Martin 14th, Brabbit 15th, retirement was Kiki, and also Mumford 17th, Reflection and Lights and German also retired then from the Bahrain feature race then here tonight. Whoops, I've just broke the stream. That's not good, is it? But yes, incredible stuff indeed then. And that is it for the for Formula 2 tonight. Next week then, we will be going to Saudi Arabia for round 2 of the Formula 2 Championship, and also for round 2 of Formula 2 as well then. So that is going to get very good indeed then. I'm looking forward to that. looking forward to that. And of course, it is very challenging, isn't it? The street circuit in Jeddah, and they have also raised that curb, haven't they, at the outside of turn 10, I believe, which is really catching out some drivers. And there's a lot of drivers not happy about that curb. Personally, I love that curb now because it means that you cannot take liberties on the outside there, and that means there's a much more challenging opening sector in Jeddah. Then, so looking forward to that one then. I don't think anyone's going to join me in the commentary box tonight. And R2 Beat has got driver today, loose first, second, and Bannister in third position. Let me take one more look. Nope, no one is talking. No one's talking to me tonight, unfortunately, but I don't blame them at all. It's Wednesday there, of course, so you do not want to, you don't want to finish off your second half of the week, start off your second half of the week with a downer. Right, R2 Beat there, driver today. Thank you very much. So next time ALR comes to you is in Jeddah for round 2 of gold, silver, bronze, and Formula 2. Cannot wait. See you in Jeddah. Goodbye.